Even Chester, the only Negro, was now standing in arm-touching contact with whites. Then, amid hissing, steamy clouds of white, the train braked, screeched, and finally came to a halt. From the crowd, a woman's voice, it may have been Reverend Ben's wife, asked, "Well, where are they?" Jimmy Wells pointed to the last passenger car. "There!" Everyone hurried toward the end of the train in time to see two GIs with their sidearms still strapped in their holsters step quickly from the car. Then came the Germans. The crowd moved back slightly, leaving a one-person-wide path between themselves and the train. The prisoners were unhandcuffed, unchained young men carrying regulation Army duffel bags. They wore fresh blue denim pants and matching shirts, and if it hadn't been for the black POWs stenciled across their shirt backs, you could easily have mistaken them for an ordinary crew from the Arkansas Public Works Department sent out to repair a stretch of highway. I tried to read their faces for brutality, terror, humiliation, something. But the only thing I sensed was a kind of relief at finally having arrived at their destination. "Nazis!" a woman's voice shouted, and this time I knew for sure that it was Mrs. Ben. A blonde prisoner who was stepping off the train at that moment stopped short, then smiled and waved. It was as though he believed, or wanted to believe, that Mrs. Ben's call was nothing more than a friendly American greeting. I raised my hand, but before I completed a full wave, Mary Wren pressed it down, shaking her head. "I'm sorry, but I didn't think it would be polite. I guess I just forgot," I said, wondering if I was going to be served up as the main course for Mary Wren's gossip of the day. The last two prisoners stepped off the train. There were 15 or 16, maybe 20 in all. After them came two more American guards, one a sergeant. As the procession walked down the gravel slope to the waiting Army truck, Jimmy Wells tapped on the sleeve of the American sergeant. "You mean this is all the Jerry's we're gonna get?" "Don't worry, son," said the sergeant. "We're gonna keep you folks well supplied. Most of them have already been transported here by a truck caravan." The prisoners and the GIs climbed aboard the canvas-covered vehicle. At the highway, it made a right turn and, shifting gears noisily, disappeared from sight. And so I had seen it, all there was to see. Yet I felt a nagging disappointment, as though something were missing. In the movies, war criminals being hustled off to prison would be dramatic. Their ravaged faces would tell a story of defeat, disgrace, and downfall. But in real life, it didn't seem all that important, not really a big deal. My stomach growled, reminding me that it must be nearing lunchtime. I followed the railroad embankment toward home, walking sometimes between the tracks and sometimes only on one track, balancing like a tightrope walker. I passed everybody's backyard, the Rhodeses, the Reeveses, the Bens, their laundry blowing on the line. The Reverend wears striped boxer-style shorts, and the Mrs. has very heavy bosoms. Her bras look like a D-cup to me. Parallel to our Victory Garden, I ran down the embankment past the lettuce, sweet corn, and tomatoes. The government says that until victory is won, everybody with a bit of land should grow their own food. Now, I know my father's patriotic, all right, but he's not doing exactly what the government asked us to do. A colored man, Grover, is the one who did the planting. I could see Ruth on the back porch, squeezing the clothes through the wringer. She is the color of hot chocolate before the marshmallow bleeds in. Sometimes I hear my mother telling her to lose weight. "It's not healthy to be fat." But she isn't actually fat. It's just that she has to wear large sizes. I mean, it wouldn't be Ruth if she were like my mother. And another thing, a little extra weight keeps a person warm inside. "Hey, Ruth!" She looked up from the wash. "Ruth, know where I was? With the Germans going to the prison camp." She gave me her